this video I'll talk about how to create the best warm ads to get your ideal client. So the first step is to determine who is actually your ideal client. You need to know what frustrates your clients the most and what they are looking for in a realtor. So for example, you need to answer this question: what's the biggest problem your most ideal client has? The first example is they are looking to find a qualifying buyer, and the second one is that if there are going to be repairs required on the inspections. So what you need to do is to fix them. So for example, you need to think of every possible repair that you need to do before the inspection so that it will also increase your client's home's value. And then you need to send them only qualified buyers that have engaged and that actually want to buy a house right now. And you can easily do that by running warm ads for buyers, which I'll make a separate video talking about that. And you need to specify these fixed pain points in your warm ads, and we like to do this in the testimonials. So I literally just did a video talking about that. It was yesterday's. Then another question is, what are the top 3 things that frustrate your perfect client on a daily basis? Is it doing things that they don't want to do? Is it people, circumstances, chores? What is it basically? So for example, it could be a lack of professionalism. Then another one would be not having timelines for the process. And then another one is the lack of communication. So what you need to do is, again, to fix those pain points and be sure to mention that you fixed it in the warm testimonials. And the last question is, what does your most ideal client want more than anything else? As an example, it could be an agent that has great references and reviews online. Then they want maybe to have a stress-free transaction or working with a professional. And once again, you need to fix those pain problems and be sure that you have them in the warm ads and specifically in the testimonial section. Now, the second step is to be sure that you actually have a house that you want to sell that is worth as much as your ideal client's house. Or as an example, if your ideal client's house is worth $1 million, you cannot show a house worth even $900,000. It must be straight on point $1 million. Because if you do it, then they will be disappointed. And if it is not, the whole ad will break. So it's really important. Actually, all of these steps are important and you need to be sure that you follow each one of them perfectly in order for the ads to be amazing. The third step is to have organic creatives. And what this means is that we don't want to do what everybody else is doing. So for example, what they do is to have a professional camera and they record the ad in their office, which is not what we try to do because we want to stand out and also to make our ad be like a reel or like a TikTok that they just seen. And that's when organic creatives come into play. So what exactly are organic creatives? Organic creatives are how we record our ads. So what we like to do is to make them seem like it's a normal vlog. As an example, our realtors go into the neighborhood and they then record themselves walking and reading the script. Again, the purpose is to be different and stand out and also to make it seem like a reel. So people stay on the ad for longer and then will get better results overall. The fourth step is to make the script and also the structure for the ads for followers on Instagram. Firstly, we need to know a structure. So as you can see, this is the structure. So for the ads for followers and also the warm ads, they are basically the same thing. However, for the call to action, that's when it is different. So for example, at the call to action for the ads for followers, we have a follow call to action. So we'll be like, click below and go on our Instagram page and look at more of our content. However, for the warm ads, we have a little more call to action. So it'll be like, if you're looking to learn more or if you're looking to sell your house in 30 days or less, click on learn more below and go and complete the form. That's when it's different. So both are pretty similar, but for the ads for followers, we need to get followers, not conversions, obviously. For conversions, that's when warm ads come into play. And you need to remember that each follower is a lead that hasn't been targeted. And for that reason, you must stay in contact with them. You must like their posts, comment on them, like their stories and comment on them and give them a DM and have a conversation there as well. And why? Because we'll stay top of mind doing that. So as an example, once they think of a realtor, they immediately think of us instantly. Even if they don't want to, they will because we've build a connection with them and you'll be like a friend. So it's way easier to sell a friend than it is saying a stranger that has no idea who you are, right? Now, let's make the script. So as you can see, we have our audience. So for example, it'll be, hey, your city homeowners. So for example, it could be, hey, Florida homeowners, or hey, Tampa homeowners, or hey, Columbus homeowners. You get the idea. Want to sell your home in 30 days without you actually selling it? Hi, my name is your name. So for example, John Stevens. And I've personally, your accomplishments. So for example, I've personally helped over 100 families sell their home in 1 year, all stress-free. And what we like to do is to have like a reason for why we are doing everything that we do. So for example, it would be now because I sold so many houses and because I've helped so many people, I've decided to create a free warm-up, which is just a guide on how to sell a home in 30 days, A to Z. And this is not one of those click below and get a free ebook. No, this is real. And I'm going to help you sell a home in 30 days guaranteed. Don't believe me? Here's the testimonial. And for the testimonials, again, yesterday's video, check it out. Or if you don't, I'll literally just pin it in the description below. Now, if you're looking to sell a home in 30 days as well, go on our Instagram, give us a follow so we can help you one-on-one through DMs, and also check out our warm-up through our content. So that's basically the script. So it's really simple, but highly effective. And this is the ask for followers script, mind you. This is not the warm ads. I'll get to that in just a second. The fifth step, again, is to engage with them. Actually need to like their post, comment on them, like the stories and comment on them, and give them a DM, have a conversation there, give them some more tips, ask them if they have any questions and so on. Because again, they will be like a friend, and it's way easier to sell a friend than a stranger, right? Then the sixth step is to create the actual warm ads. And going by the same structure, here's how we'll do it. Hey, your city homeowners. So for example, hey, Tampa homeowners. What if I told you can sell your home in? And then what you need to do is to have the first date. So in the last example, I told them 30 days, divided by 2. So an example, it will be 15 days. So what if I told you can sell your home in 15 days? So that way, you'll be like, all right, he can sell me my house for way less time than I would have done myself. So let me hear him out, right? Then, hi, my name is your name, John Stevens, for example, and I've personally, and now you need to add other accomplishments that you've gained, and which you didn't mention in the first ad, the ask followers. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, how can you possibly sell in 1 month? Well, the answer is simple. Nowadays, you simply cannot sell a home the old method. Well, you can, but it's going to be a headache. People will want, and then you need to insert what your ideal client has done before working with you. So for example, it could be that they have listed their house on Zillow or Realtor.com and then expected it to be sold by next morning, right? So that would be one. You need to be different, and we are different. Then the story, again, I've made a separate video talking about that, so don't worry about it. I will link it in the description below. So if you're looking to sell a house in X days, so for example, in this one, it will be 15 days, and receive the same warm-up that they used, click on learn more below and let us, and then fix one of their pain points. So for example, it'll be like, let us handle all of your stress while you sit back and enjoy the ride. And for a limited time, I'll be able to, and then the third lower offer. So for example, and for a limited time, I'll be able to help you sell a house for free with our 1 out of 10 appointments until you sell a house. And now what we do is to twist the knife. So we'll say, or don't, and struggle to sell it for no reason. The choice is yours. Again, really simple, but highly effective. So that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.